Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to your favorite news. For this episode is presents theme which culture which Eric Flores Cerezo and politics which Carolina Quiroz Cruz. The environment which Brandon Valdez. Sports which Daniela Brandt. And spectacles which maybe your favorite present. We started with Carolina. We hear you.
Thank you. Good morning to all of you. I am Carolina Quiroz and we thank you being here with us again. Today in this section we talk a little about what only recently was analyzed. Fact the truth, this concert is the little and the table about him. I personally make significant the exact hurt. The proposal put the wall between Mexico and the United States. The President of the United States, Donald Trump, affirms to the best opinion the cheerful paintings of flowers that they adorn the heat metal pools of the borders or forms of Tijuana that separates the Mexico and the United States are opposite to the assemblies of the Mexico families granted here. Between we support the shared theirs to hookies and their relatives on the other side in San Diego. Many of them have been separate from their relatives for years. Others were deported to Mexico after living in the neighboring northern country of the decades with authorization. They left behind their children, suppose siblings, and parents. It's one of the few new places where from the 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. Family swappers by question of immigration regulars can have a very bad contact with her loved one. This will be the time the President Donald Trump has promised to build a long border. However, regardless of the net tax, the full illegal will cross it. The wall is also to not improve the security situation in the United States, the border, and more general, the identification that the United States gives to its communities of both countries. We also the affected is very significant otherwise. As for crime, the U.S. make for illegal drugs try represent billions of dollars per year. It is clear that the demand for drugs in the United States is the main reason for its illegal traffic for Mexico. The hostility of the Trump government to Mexico could jeopardize the progress made. Trump has argued that the wall is essential to control the flow that the Trump government has explained the requirements. The border should not be present the driven line. Now are you glad to connect with Daniela? We listen to you. Goodbye.
Thank you, Carolina. In other news, in Mexican soccer, we find a good performance though in MS League. In this week, we think great matches as they were Guadalajara versus Wolves Bay, 1-0 remaining as winner Guadalajara. Tijuana versus America, where the winner was Tijuana in a score of 3-2. Toluca versus Monterrey, winner Toluca 5-1. And finally, Puebla versus León in a score of 3-0 in favor of León. In other news, the player Pelé is hospitalized. Sir antes de nacimiento Pelé had to be hospitalized during the pass down due to a milk infection after had participated in act allowed by the current figure of French football. Walter Kylian Mbappe, however, Pelé 78 is in good condition and his income was primarily preventive and they more from their every moment. In the afternoon, Go is considered one of the best players in the story of football. Was participated in an event when Mbappe, PSG, Gummer and Les Bleus in the framework of an Bersin company. The sponsor had shuttered the event for last fall, but a health problem of the Brazilian legend prevented him from moving to the French capital.
There are the bad news of the actually. 5 centuries after the arrival of Cortés, the controversy continues. April 22 marks the 500th anniversary of the beginning of the fall of the Mexican Empire with the arrival of Hernán Cortés of Mexico Tenochtitlan. 5 centuries have passed, but the review of that event, as well as what happened afterwards, keep the controversy open. The most recent with the apology requested by President Andrés Manuel López Obrador to Spain, which generated numerous responses on both sides of the Atlantic. The opportunity to return the original sources and propose new answers to questions such as who to conquer, where are and what were the causes of the fall of the Mexican Empire. Already in 1992, on the occasion of 500 years of the discovery of America, the historian of Nahuatlaca, speaker of Nahuatl, Miguel León Portilla coined the phrase Encuentro de dos mundos, which also have caused controversy. Academic reflection. This is another opinion of the some people that are in the school. Academic reflection, in this sense, historians and researchers are reflecting on what meant the arrival of Hernán Cortés, his alliances with the people subjected by the Mexicas, the role of characters like Malitzin, and seek answers to the question of who overthrew the Mexican Empire in August 1521. This analysis is carried out in the Institute of Historical Research of the National Autonomous University of Mexico. In the cycle, the historian facing history 2019 to 1519, the meeting of two worlds, which pays homage to Miguel León Portilla, whose state of health has been delicate for several weeks. The cycle, which began on March 20, takes place on Wednesday, except April 17. And until now, the historians and researchers Guilherme Oliver, Eduardo Matos Moctezuma, and Federico Navarrete have participated, who has proposed other ways of seeing the arrival of the Spaniards to the territory of what is now Mexico. Then we link to my partner Brandon, that has us being prepared the best news of the environment. We listen to you, Brandon.
Thank you, Eric. In other news, the last Monday, the Navy reported aggressions by fishermen from Lower California, who tried to recover private fishing which had been raised in the Vaquita protection area by Sharpie, which as a wild protection reserve. Then, after recovering their needs, the fishing vessel fled to San Felipe. In this meeting, the Navy reported an accidental shot which caused the life of one of the fishermen. It shall be noted that the Vaquita Marina was danger of extinction and protection signs to 215. And in other happy news, this morning the lynx was reported as a threatened animal. This is not much, but at least it left the danger of extinction. The lynx 15 years ago, there were barely 100 lynxes in the wild, which is an alarming amount. But the last year, the population incremented to 414, according to data from Greenpeace. This is a wonderful news, don't believe? Well, I say goodbye. What happened? Oh, okay. They're telling me that the black rhino has just been declared extinct. Is the cause is the exciting how to sell its horse on the black market. The situation could have been very different if the suggested conservation measures had been applied, lamented Simon Stewart, president of the UNCN Special Survey Commission. The organization also indicated that the space conversion programs 25 present mammals are currently in danger of extinction. Now, well, I said goodbye, and we link with Susanna, who brings the best and hot nuts of the show. What do you bring for you, Susie?
Much random. These are the shows CCH news. The new news, the moments are Dua Lipa was on Swag with Pablo Alborán on the 14th anniversary music awards. The new queen of pop, which in the Grammys won 3 Grammys awards. The crusted artist said that it is a great promise in music. For other news, movies direct. The new movie Call Me by Your Name. The director Luca Guadagnino arrived at the Cinemauna drama and romance movie the 2017 winner of the Oscar Awards for Best Adapted Screenplay. One of his protagonists, Timothée Chalamet, was nominated in the category of Best Supporting Actor in the Oscar. No doubt these coming years we are full for many stars in all aspects: music, acting. Let's hope Timothy continues, which is carried on running the performance. In other news, talking about more music, the new singers was released. The neighborhood we are include Sunlight, Cry Baby, Contest, Near Birds, and 24/7. In other news, Troy Sivan is on tour. That existing It is rumored that he visited Mexico City in 2019. This has been all for today. We are warning for you tomorrow with more news about the topic that most interests you.
I wanna be a billionaire.
Drug use continues to increase in the country. Violence in Mexico cannot be stopped, said President Andrés López Obrador,
today's section.
who stressed that they... Espera.
Pues eso en los detrás de cámaras, hijo.
¿Este es detrás de cámara?
Sí.
No, ¿cómo va a ser el detrás de cámara? El detrás de cámara.
No, estos son los bloopers, amiguito.
Pero entonces.
Los detrás de cámara.
No, espérate.
The world better prepare for when I'm